Hey, welcome to my devlog. I'm Dustin, and I'm coding a 3D stealth action game from scratch. I'm also working on Shifter, one of my other games, but because of how that game works, I have to finalize the story before I can do much else. More devlogs will be coming for Shifter when I have something to show, but today we're talking about Espionage. In this devlog, I'll be covering the following topics. For art, I created some geometry-based visual effects, created some new animations for the shared character rig, and added retro-style occlusion drop shadows. For coding, I improved my engine's object collisions, made the inventory system usable by any character, and made equipment like guns usable by any character. For gameplay, I implemented equipment in first-person mode, re-implemented doors, and gave guards the ability to be damaged and eliminated. Okay, here we go. So first-person mode now shows your equipment and your hands. I accomplished this by creating a special first-person skin with just the arms. I attached the skin directly to the camera and hid the player character. The skin uses the reusable rig, so all existing animations and weapon systems work with it without any changes. I also made it so weapons can be fired. Thanks to the extra preparation, shooting works exactly the same in first person as it does in third person. The ricochet effect was created without any particles. I simply made a special textured mesh. By applying a random rotation and manipulating its scale and opacity, I was able to make it look pretty convincing. The effect also bounces off the impacted surface in a realistic way. Accomplishing this required a ton of work, because my quaternion math actually had a major bug. For the longest time, I've been having strange rotation issues that just randomly pop up. I worked around them, but the bug became obvious for this effect because it was a single calculation. You can see here the ricochet is not oriented realistically. To help diagnose this problem, I added the first new gun to the game, the debug tool. When fired, the debug tool spawns an arrow, showing the direction of the normal for the collision surface it hits. I'll add more functionality to the debug tool as I need it. Since the tool is a game object, it will function in optimized builds, where the ability to use a debugger becomes less useful. Using the debug tool, I was able to fix my quaternion math bug, which solved a whole mess of other issues, including object collisions. I also re-implemented doors. Since I don't have the key for this door, it doesn't open. However, what's new is even though it uses a volume collider, bullets and player collisions work the same as they do with environment geometry. Bullets ricochet off it, and you can press up against it. Upstairs is a door that doesn't require a key. When we mess with it, you can see even though it can move, it behaves the same as level geometry. To make the doors work again, I changed how the inventory system works. For our player, we currently have access to 3 guns. Cycling through them, we have the handgun, assault rifle, and debug tool. All of these work in first-person mode without any additional code. This same inventory system is now usable by any object, including the guards. I made sure to code equipment to work without controller inputs and not require access to the underlying character. So guards now have access to all the animations and behaviors the player uses without any changes. I haven't coded the AI to use these behaviors yet, but it's simply a matter of telling the weapon to turn on the laser or shoot, which is exactly what the player character does. To show this off, we can simply change the guard's inventory to equip the debug tool. Now the guards can freely use the debug tool. I'm thinking I might program some AI that scours levels for problems and logs them automatically. It won't be as good as playtesting, but it could be helpful. Anyway, the inventory the guards has is identical to the player's. This means they can use any weapon and carry any item in the game. Now that our collision system is upgraded, we can show this off. If you recall, we don't have the key for this door, but guess who does have a key? So thanks to all the changes and bug fixes, guards can now be fired at, and since they have the same inventory system, the doors work with them as well. As you can imagine, this will create some interesting gameplay opportunities that go well beyond opening doors. I've also been working on the Windows build. It's reasonable to assume Windows will be the most popular platform, so I'm trying to get that up and running. I'm planning to offer test builds to supporters as an incentive to support the game, so getting that done soon is a priority. Now that I have a solid foundation to build on, these devlogs will contain more gameplay and game design content going forward, so don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see it. I also have a Discord server if you want to follow smaller, more frequent updates, or just hang out and chat, link in the description. But that's it for this devlog. Thanks for watching, kill your lifts, and I'll see you next time.